Hello， 大家好，欢迎来到进化论，我是尼克猫殿下。那我手里的这一双熊猫鸽子就是近期大火的发售的限量鞋款，它的设计者 Jeff Staple 也一起来到了成都，我们就和他一起做一个亲密的接触，让他聊聊这双鞋的设计初衷以及他对潮流的一些看法。
I'm a New Yorker, but my favorite team, my favorite NBA team is the Detroit Pistons.
Wow.
Which is, they're really bad right now.
Bad, right?
But when I was a kid, the bad boy era, was my favorite. Isaiah Thomas and Joe Dumars, Bill Laimbeer, Dennis Rodman. That was the best. They had the Jordan rules. Where they just, every game, they would just hammer Jordan down,
Yes, cross.
Yeah, and I think what's cool is that in the early days of skateboarding, they used basketball shoes to skateboard in. So there was that mix of skate and street together, And I think the Dunk is the perfect hybrid of those two worlds. And now you add in fashion too, so you have sport, skate, and fashion. It's all in the Dunk. The Dunk SB was probably the first sneaker that referenced the culture. Every shoe before that, the culture referenced the shoe. So like Air Jordan 1, 2, 3, Air Force 1, of course. Like the culture said this shoe was great. And the same with the Dunk. The Dunk was like that too. But Dunk SB was the first shoe that Nike asked the culture, what should we do? Yeah. I think the pigeon is really great because if you are not from New York City and you see like Statue of Liberty or Empire State Building, you know it means New York City. But if you're not from New York and you see the pigeon, you don't understand why. So it's like a code. It's like a secret message, right? Yeah, why pigeon? So many people ask, why pigeon? I don't understand pigeon. But if you live in New York City for many years, you know why the pigeon is so important to us. It's like pigeon is like an equal member of the community.
Oh.
Yeah, pigeon is like a New Yorker, is a true New Yorker. And we live with them.
Oh.
Yeah, pigeons allow, pigeon is the owner. They allow us to live there.
Yeah. You're the guest.
I'm the guest, yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's really
Yeah,
cool.
pigeons are very powerful. In New York and in America, most people don't understand street culture. Most people shop at like the Gap or J. Crew, right, like Old Navy, like American Eagle, like very traditional clothing. And the shoes, they don't care about sneakers. They have 2 sneakers, and then this one's dead, and then they buy a new one. That's it. But I feel like in China, everybody on the plane, the subway, the bus, on the street, everybody wears all the streetwear brands from head to toe. Even old people, young people, doesn't matter. Everybody knows it. So I think here street culture is much more powerful. Yeah, my advice to the Chinese consumer would be to try to learn more about these brands because the street culture brands are very special. The designers and the owners, like me and my other people, my friends, they all have very interesting stories, Whereas if you shop at like the Gap, for example, they don't have there's no interesting story,
No interesting
Yeah, it's just a corporation. Yeah, just sell, yeah. So you should take the time to learn about these brands that you're buying. I want to open a store here, Yeah, I would love to.
Which city?
I don't know. I mean, I think the plan for China would be to do it big, do a lot of stores.
Okay.
So maybe start in Shanghai or Beijing and then immediately go to Chengdu and spread around Guangzhou and other areas, yeah. I'm friends with some of these young streetwear brands from China.
Oh.
Yeah, and I think my advice to them is to not just copy what's happening in America, but really learn and respect their own heritage and their own culture, and build it. Yeah, and then share that with the world instead of just copy New York brand and then come back to China, And to be honest, the more successful brands that I've seen in China have been doing a very good job at that. To start a company, have a lot of patience. You have to be very, very patient. You can't expect to get successful or rich like overnight. You have to be willing to work many years, many years. But the first secret actually is to make sure that whatever you do, you love what it is that you're doing. Because if you really love it, it actually doesn't matter how long it's gonna take. You know, if I told you, you know, it's gonna take you 50 years to become successful, that's a long time. But if I tell you every year that you do it, you're gonna love it like crazy. It's gonna be your best year. It's okay. It could take forever. I don't care, you know? So A, love what you do, and then B, be patient.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank
you very much.
Interview and I need you have a lot of time to sport. Come
Yeah,
on,
I
come
know.
back to the core.